Hello, I'm Trey Ratcliff. How are you? I'm going to show you a really cool trick to get rid of noise. Something very innovative and different and extremely beautiful. It happened because I was flying a quadcopter right up here, right over my home, and I got a panorama, 6 photos of this beautiful bowl of mountains we're in all around Queenstown. And I ended up with some noise. I sometimes end up with noise, and I want to try a new way to get rid of it. So anyway, come inside and I'll show you how I do it. All right, so here is the shot. You can see how wide it is. Here, you can hold this time. And it's super detailed, right? But what we've got is we've got a noise problem, okay? Particularly all over the sky. Okay, so here, check this out, okay? Let me grab my pen here. And then, as I start drawing, just watch the noise just kind of melt away into this really nice, smooth pattern, okay? Isn't that nice? You just do this all over the sky and it smooths out any noise. You're getting really tight on that, Tawny, so you can see these nice brush strokes, okay? I'll show you how this is done, of course. Let's say you don't want it to be this extreme, okay? We can zoom out a little bit. Let's hit tab to get our thing back. Pick my brush. Right now I'm at 76%, but I could do it even less. I could do it down to 50%. So that the effect is not quite so, you know, buttery smooth. Or if you really want it super buttery smooth, take it all the way to 100. Take that party all the way to 100, and then paint in, and you just get this. And look at getting close on that. Isn't that nice? Now the thing is that most people don't zoom into 100% on your photo, and this is so detailed. Like I'm at 400% right now, right? And when you're zoomed out a long way, it just looks really nice. And you might even pick a bigger brush. Nice big old brush here, and just paint it all into the sky. This makes the sky look incredible. You're getting closer in that sky, Tony. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's good, Tony, I like it. Getting close. And so it's kind of a fun way to use, not just in the sky, but also down in this area too. Like, do you see where this fog is pouring over the mountain, and it's a little bit grainy, right? So here, I'll make my brush a little bit smaller. Let's drop it down to 75%. Use that scrubber tool. And now I'll just go draw here, and you see how this fog just smoothly comes over the mountain. Isn't that nice? Beautiful. You might drop it down even lower, just to get rid of some of those little noisy parts. Again, we're zoomed in really far. We're at 300% here, so yeah. Okay, so how do you do it? Let me show you real quick. First, let me get rid of these 2 layers. Okay, I'm gonna drop them into the trash. See ya. Okay, now I'm gonna dupe this layer twice. Dupe, dupe. Okay. I'm gonna go to the middle layer, and this one, we're going to make that really smooth thing everywhere, okay? Go up here to filter. Come on down to stylize, oil paint. Okay? Then you get this dialog. Okay, now I've played with a lot of different settings, but what you might wanna do is go up to the sky to where you know you have noise, okay? Good amount of noise, and you can look at it before and after, the whole screen. I like to do the stylization all the way up to 10, okay? The cleanliness, I like it cleaner so that it's smoother, right? It really smooths out that noise. And I don't use much scale because I feel like the scale makes it feel too deep, and I get rid of all the bristle detail too because I want as little as possible. The angle here doesn't really matter, just move it around until it's to your liking, then hit OK. Now what's gonna happen is that's gonna oil paint your whole thing, okay? Which is kind of cool in a way, but it's also a little bit too, like, you know, having fun with mushrooms. But it looks kind of cool, doesn't it, Ty? But it's a little too much, right? The idea is that you just wanna oil paint the sky, maybe 75% of the sky, 80% of the sky. So then, remember I double duped the layers. If you come down here to the layer area, if I turn back on that top layer, you'll see that we have the grainy one back again, okay? So I'm gonna make a layer mask. Click this little Japanese flag down here, make a layer mask. And then choose my brush, okay? And then I can just paint right on top of the top area, okay? I'm gonna press the backslash here so you can see where I'm painting. I'm at 50%, let's go up to 100%. So I'll just kind of paint up here in the sky, just like this, okay? All right, turn that off. And now we have a smooth sky, and we still have the nice details down below. And you could go do a few little things like I did with the fog here and there. Basically, that's how it works. I decided to add a little bonus for Passport members. You might have just seen me do that weird noise reduction trick to make it all swirly. Well, I decided to Plotagraph it also. I don't Plotagraph all my photos, but every now and then I think like, I'm gonna make a Plotagraph out of it, why not? So then I have two versions, a still version, which I love, and an animated version that I love. I think of them as two different things. So anyway, if you come zoom in here, get really close, because I've done something a little bit differently with this one. You can see how smooth it is. I sped this one up pretty fast, and I'll show you all my settings and the way I did the lines and everything. But I really like the way that this is kind of spilling over like cotton candy downwards. That's basically one of the things I did. Usually I go kind of across or up with my clouds, and this one I felt like the shape was kind of bringing it down, you know, almost like a storm of sunsets. So if I hit pause here, we'll see all my little arrows, okay? First, all these little red spots are anchor points, right? Because you know I like to use anchor points instead of using a brush. And then if you look in close here, Tana, you get it really close, and you can see how just little arrows kind of pointing down. You can see, especially here, these little teeth, these three teeth kind of coming down. And everywhere else, I'm kind of going across a little bit, going across, 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 and then down, down, and then down, down, down. Yeah, and so now when you press play, maybe as you move around, you can see these are going a little bit more across, these a little bit more down. What are my other settings? Really, the only place you do settings is right here in this panel, okay? Here, I started with a preset called the Ratcliff effect. That's me. But it was a little slow, okay? So I sped it up a little bit. I think I'll speed it up even faster. Because remember, even though it looks good on a big screen, when you're on a phone or whatever, or an iPad, it will just not look quite as good. All right, that's all. That's all I want to say. A little bonus for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were enjoying this program too. If you want to try it, we have a link down below. Okay, bye.